進ロブジラ
Alrighty, like I said in that one video, 1 minute. But first, of course, we need to talk about the Tayaya. Oh yeah, that's right. These things came with, boxes. Quite possibly, some of the blandest Bandai Movie Monster Series exclusive boxes I've, ever seen, but they are 7-net exclusive, so I guess they didn't really warrant too much. What the hell's a 7-net? Just read this thing right here because I couldn't memorize it. This guy is gold. That's pretty much it. Since this guy is coated in a metallic and solid paint job much like this, every little bit of detail that is present on this figure will be shining in a 4K manner. Is bright, is shiny, it's basically just highlighting the major strength of that of the Movie Monster series, but it also really doesn't give you much to talk about. Somehow I think this guy looks a lot less dorky when they aren't painting eyes on him. But the detail still stands. We're still going to see visible scarring across all of his body. The dorsal fins are going to be beautifully detailed just as before. Teeth, eyes, eyelids, and nostrils. It's all here. Absolutely nothing has changed save for the paint and or the color this guy was molded in. It's simple. It's clean. You've seen the box, you've seen the figure. Now come see the size comparisons. Maximum Hunch Cardi G will be standing at slightly over 5 inches tall when it comes to bro's dorsal fins. Shokugan, Monster, Movie, Premium Limited Movie, Premium Limited King, HG, Finger Puppets. Swivel, 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 swivel. Nothing here, nothing here. Alright, final Goji last scene version. He is really fucking cool. Face value wise, this is essentially just a Meltdown Godzilla vinyl just in the final Goji mold. It roughly does and showcases a lot of the same things those Meltdown releases have done over the years. It's just this time around, it's a different version of Godzilla. I mean, look at that. I really do dig that fall off of the tail going from red hot to molten hot. That's just cool. It's different. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I don't care. And something like this is actually present on the front of the figure as well. His chest going into his lower torso and crotch, the very tops of his thighs moving into his feet, and even his hands and palms over here. Very clearly a translucent orange vinyl figure with deeper orange paint as applied. What really does it for me though are going to be the gold painted accents on my guy's claws. He is simply exuding the most bougiest of bouge natures. The toes even more so, just so bright and gold and metallic and awesome and friggin' cool! I do wish the teeth were also gold. They are just going to be a standard white paint, and they aren't going to be perfect. My bad. At least 2 of them are not going to be perfect when compared to the rest. Okay, maybe 3. That guy, and a little bit of that dude. Everything else seems pretty ship-shape from either side and angle, so I have really no complaints here. I'm actually quite alright with the eyes not being painted. I do wish maybe, just maybe, they could have covered the eyes as they were painting it, so the eyes came off more orange, although from this angle, that does look like what they kind of did. It's hard to tell, I mean, well, yeah, that was probably a dumb, way to, yeah, forget it. So anyway, moving on from here to the dorsal fins. The dorsal fins are another thing that I really do dig on this here release. I love that they're all orange. I love that most of them have those premium red cores at the centers and bottoms of them. It looks cool on the back, it looks cool on either side, and for the most part, it feels like a dead-on match on each side. And man, I can't complain. As for the top of the tail up here, it's going to remain mostly unpainted, and that follows all the way through to the tip of the tail, and this is an instance where I really can't be bummed about it because it's done in a stylistic way. Now, that reddish-orange paint is actually going to be present on the sides of the tail, of course, although the opposing dorsal fins on the opposing side didn't really get hit with much, but again, it kind of just funks with this figure's stylistic nature. Plus, I don't know about you, but the only motherfucker to burn evenly, symmetrically, has kind of just been Godzilla, so a little bit of asymmetrical nature ain't too bad. I probably fucked the wording on that up completely, but I stand by what I mean. It's cool, it's different, I like it. Look at that. Looks like an ice pop I had once. Other than that, unfortunately, I don't think there's really much else to talk about. The detail remains pretty damn awesome. It's just more so the fact that, you know, the paint is pretty self-explanatory and there really isn't any room for inaccuracies because this technically never happened. Yeah, it says Godzilla 2004 on the box. I guess we should give that a look. Same standard as that of Golden Odo Goji. It's just a much bigger box because he's got that big-ass tail. But I don't see any detail saying that this is from Godzilla Final Wars or Operation Jet Jaguar, unless they call that suit something else. So it could be Final Wars, it could be Operation Jet Jaguar, I'm not sure, I don't know, and I don't really care that much. By last seen version, this could just be a highly stylistic version of Final Goji walking off into the sunset with his adopted ugly baby duckling son. Or maybe it's got something to do with explosions. Again, I don't know. It's up to you to interpret it however way you wish. But to close off this portion of the video, I just want to say I love its stylistic nature. I love that it's Bandai finally doing something new and cool with the Final Goji design. And despite not being Bro's secret admirer in terms of my favorite Godzilla design, I would really welcome more Final Goji variants a lot like this. Like, hey, yo, Bandai, 7net. You know what? Do this, but blue and black. I'd like that. I think that'd be pretty fire. So anyway, one last drive-by, close-ups on all of these details over here. Sorry I have to use my hand to kind of back this because this guy likes to go in and out of focus because he's so whatever you want to call him. I think this is a fun little exclusive. I don't think it's mandatory by any sense of the imagination unless you're a super Final Goji fan or a complete friggin' idiot like me that likes to buy every movie monster series Godzilla release possible. And now, size comparison. My God. This guy fucking glows. Omega Phanta Fever Golden Glitched Out Godzilla Final 2004 will be standing at just about 6 inches tall. Final Wars Shokugan. Final Wars Ultimate Monster Hedorah. Movie. Limited movie. OG movie. YMSF. OG movie big size, and America / Monster King series, and HG finger puppets. Speaking of gloss, look at how that light beautifully travels through him at every and any angle. Let's try from the titties to the back. Oh yeah, that's cool. I dig that. I do wish that orange and or red would show up just a bit more, but yeah. That's a nitpick on my part. Really digging how that's looking from the front, though. Oh, yeah. And I guess I could say that the non-painted areas show up a bit different than the painted areas, or am I coping? That might be cope. Not a bad glow at all, if you ask me. Love how it highlights those details and practically blacks out the teeth. Since Final Goji's dorsal fins weren't the biggest of the Millennium series or Godzilla designs overall, they're not going to be doing anything too special here, and that's perfectly fine, I guess, but yeah, maybe if I tilt them a bit over here, yeah, the red cores and everything, they show up pretty nicely. Again, not the greatest, but yeah. Fine. Then we've got the tail where the light really only shines brighter the closer you get to the tip of the tail. And I'm going to try and not blind all of you and just do that. Yeah, that's a sunset lung motherfucker right there. Hell yeah. So clearly I have a weakness for exclusives, but at the same time, if I really can't have a fun narrative with it, this is what's going to happen from now on. It'll either be paired with another figure that I can actually talk about, or not. Did I forget articulation? I totally did. A swivel at the head, back and forth movement at the arms. Not even going to try going all the way around because look at them gold nails. Homegirl is fire. And then we're going to have a full swivel at the leg. Silly me. Both legs, yes. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And nothing at the tail. Neither part of it. Meh. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not exactly upset that I own this thing. I'm quite happy that I do, and it gives me more initiative to get that golden -1 final form Goji. But clearly I was serious when I said I'd only talk about him for a minute. I don't know if it eventually turned out into a minute, but I tried my best. Something like this, I could definitely talk about. Something like this, not so much. And yes, I'd probably be saying the same thing if they did a golden Shin Godzilla. Or if I got that all translucent purple Shin Godzilla. Whew, the heat is coming up already. So before I melt and look more like I don't shower for weeks on end, I showered last night and I already look like shit. I will see you all next time, where I will hopefully be talking about SH Monster Art's Dark Magician. I literally have everything done but paint, detail, and articulation. Fuck. Bye!